To have you. Hope you're safe and sound with extreme weather alerts. And I've got the satellite here updating you on Hurricane Idalia on the left part of your screen, moving over Florida. That's that big hurricane that's getting to be making landfall fairly soon, and then within the next 10 hours or so. Also, Hurricane Franklin out there may graze by Bermuda, but obviously we're concerned with the storm down in Florida, and you can see there it is, a close-up with the color enhanced, and what you see down there is the storm strengthening. It has strengthened during the day today steadily, and we've seen the winds go up. They were about just minimal hurricane force around 12 hours ago, about 85 miles per hour. Now they're at least 105 miles per hour. It's a Category 2. It's going up. It's forecast to be a 3. And that could happen virtually any time now as the storm is over extremely warm water. And here's the forecast path. That hasn't really changed. It's taking aim at the Big Bend area of Florida, well northwest of Tampa Bay. But you know it in Tampa Bay now, you're feeling some of the effects. And here's the close-up radar. And that is showing these rain bands with thunderstorms that are moving overhead right now and producing heavy rain, tropical storm wind gusts, and possibly even tornadoes. And you'll see on the next rad, also those bands coming in, Sarasota getting hit, Tampa Bay, you're getting it. So the bay is going to start getting choppy, and might see the lights flicker fairly soon as you get some of those wind gusts above tropical force. So it's going to be a rough night no matter how you slice it here. A tornado watch is in effect, and as I mentioned, tornadoes, it'll move all the way up the Florida coast. So anywhere in that red, you could have a brief but potentially damaging tornado. Here's a tight view of that forecast track again, and you can see it coming right through west of Cedar Key, probably more up towards Perry as we head into the morning hours, but anywhere up here is going to see potentially devastating storm surge. As we take a look at the forecast models, okay, they've all come together here. You can see the storm coming in on this, the HWRF model here, showing the storm even more quickly making it to the coast. This is 5 a.m. At this point, right in southern Appalachia Bay, Cedar Key's down over here, and you'll be getting Cedar Key gusts at least a hurricane force. Perhaps the very worst of the storm might be just to your west. We would hope that's the case. But you can see here, the storm will be making landfall tomorrow morning, and this is 8 a.m. It's already on shore of this model, might be a bit sooner, as the storm has put a little bit of the speed pedal as far as its forward momentum. At that time, you're going to be getting whipped with rain and wind. It's going to be a wild morning across the eastern panhandle and the northern part of the state. Tallahassee, you're going to get gusts over minimal hurricane force. You're going to be hearing it and seeing it tomorrow morning as the trees will be swaying, and of course heavy rainfall as well. Here's a wind gust graphic here showing the storm progression as it moves from south to north. And again, we'll be seeing locally wind gusts in that area near the eye in excess of 130 miles per hour. Rainfall, you can see, not a truly copious hurricane as compared to some, but we could see locally up to 8 or a little more as far as inches of rain. The storm is moving steadily. It's not going to dump 20, 30 inches of rain. So that's at least some good news. But there'll, of course, be some flooding with that. The big concern, the number one concern with this storm I have, that all meteorologists have, is the storm surge, because we're forecasting extremely high levels in that purple there. Horseshoe Beach, Perry to near Cedar Key, up to 15, maybe 18 feet is a fair to good possibility in a lot of that area. And down to the south, less so, up to 7 feet for you down in Tampa Bay. Looks like still a good forecast, maybe a touch more near Spring Hill, Tarpon Springs. Less as you head west towards Apalachicola, because you will be on the weaker side of that storm. But if you're in that purple area, if you're in any of that red and orange area, you cannot be near the coast. Down to the south, we've had some surge come into Fort Myers on Tuesday. These are the numbers that we're expecting to max out down there, but it's not going to be nearly as bad for you folks down there. And I mentioned some of the communities. If you're in Stenhatchee, Horseshoe Beach, Cedar Key, Perry, Sewanee, some areas around there could be literally wiped out with a storm surge, because with a 15 to 8 foot surge, nothing is really going to be left that's going to be worth saving. So you definitely have to be out of that zone. As we take a look at what to expect here for Tampa, if you're watching from there, you can hear the rain, you can hear the wind, the lights will be flickering. It's going to be a stormy night, but it'll be kind of waves of rain. and gusts to hurricane force at times overnight into Wednesday morning, and a windy day on Wednesday, but conditions will actually improve through the day. Cedar Key, around dawn, it's going to be full hurricane conditions, so expect wind gusts above 100 miles per hour. There could be isolated tornadoes here as well, and of course there'll be storm surge flooding. We hope the very worst of it misses you a little bit to the west, but we are prepared for the worst. For Tallahassee, now you're inland, you don't have to worry about surge, but we do have to worry about wind, and I'm still expecting wind gusts that could top 100 in and around Tallahassee because you can be very near the core of the hurricane as it moves right by, and it won't weaken that much from where it makes landfall to when it reaches you in Tallahassee. It'll get to you within an hour, maybe 2 hours. So it's going to be very rough and tumble there in the morning. Thankfully, things will improve by the afternoon, slowly but surely here. So we want everybody to be prepared. Stay indoors. Do not go outside right through tomorrow while Hurricane Idalia moves on through. A historic storm in many respects. We'll have more updates coming up. Thanks for watching.